Today we are going to discuss about potential energy. Potential energy. So, an object can also acquire the capacity to do the work because of its position or shape. So, for an example, you can say that suppose a spring is fixed on a wall and the block is compressed against the spring and then released. The spring pushes the block away from the away, and it does work on the block in the process. So, if we place a block in contact with the spring as its uh, neutral length, the spring does not push it. So, what is the meaning of this one? Means this is the wall here, and in the wall there is a spring. Here there is a spring. Okay, so if I keep an object here, and if the object is pushed in this direction, so automatically something will store inside the spring, so that it will push the block in the opposite direction. Now if I pull the block in this direction, then something will be stored inside this one, so the and that will pull the block in the opposite direction. Okay, and in the neutral condition, when I'm not applying any force or not pushing the things in the opposite directions, there will be no force will be applied on this block. Okay, so in this case we can say that some energy is stored inside the spring, and that energy is actually called the potential energy. Okay, so in another example also we can say that uh, consider the case of a stone falling on a soft soil and creating a depression in it. Okay, suppose first you take the stone and put on this soil. Suppose this is a soil, this is a soft soil, mud. So if I take the stone and place it, so it will not produce any kind of depression in it. Now if I take the stone in a certain height, if you release this one, and then if you release this one, then it will go and it go inside the mud. It will go inside. So why? Because if I change the position of the object, so it can do some work. Okay, so that is known as the potential energy. So what is the potential energy? The potential energy is the energy of an object because of its position or shape is called its potential energy. So I write down here the potential energy, or the energy of an object because of its position or shape is called its potential energy. Now, what will be the formula for the potential energy? It's very simply we can um, make one mathematical formula for this. So, suppose here is an object in a certain height. Now, if I release the object will go and fall on the ground here. This is the ground. So, the mass of the object is m, and you know that as the mass of the object is m, the weight which is working downward direction, w is equal to m into g. Okay, so how much distance it will travel? It will travel, suppose h, this is the height, h height, it will travel. So this weight is actually the force. Okay, this weight is actually the force. So force is equal to F, or you can say W, is equal to M into G, and the displacement is H, because after releasing this one it will travel H distance. Displacement is equal to H. Okay, so displacement is H. So that is why work done or energy work is equal to F force into displacement. Force is here mg and displacement is H. So formula for the potential energy, this is the potential energy, this work actually energy, this potential energy is equal to potential energy is equal to mgh. There is a formula for the potential energy.